Hi there. It's our afternoon training time. We don't do this every single day, but I want to work with Fred on something we've worked on quite a bit before and I've done videos of before, which is basically just teaching him, I call this the fake it till you make it method, basically teaching him how to fake it till he makes it, meaning teaching him physical behaviors that naturally represent and or bring about relaxation. So I've done the exercises with him where I teach him, have taught him basically that relax as a command means for him to bring his energy all the way down, to lay down, to put his head down, stop his tail from moving, and take breaths. And then the other thing I want to work with him on, look at that face, your beautiful face, is Fred, take a breath. Take a breath. Breathe. Breathe. So he doesn't know what I'm asking him, and what he thinks I want for him to do is whisper, which, can you do that one? Whisper. Which is the same concept, because I'm asking him to basically think about his breath and control his breath. So first let's do Fred, speak. Speak. Good boy. So that's what we use as a sort of starting point to then show him by contrast that we want him to sit to, okay, now Fred, whisper. Whisper. Tell me a secret. Whisper. Fred, whisper. Wait. Whisper. Go ahead. Whisper. Okay. I don't know if you heard that, but he gave a little like that. And you saw how he sunk down to the floor. So basically that idea of him bringing his energy down, it means he brings everything down. He usually has to get low to the ground to even try and do that. Let's try it again and see if we can actually get more of a sound out of his mouth. Fred, whisper. Good. Whisper. You can do it. Yes, good boy. So this is great because really the whole point is that he's focusing on his breath. It's kind of like, what the key fundamental aspect of any meditative practice is becoming conscious of your breath and focusing on that. So if he's, distracted by something and I want to get his attention on me, or he's, excited about, maybe seeing another dog or whatever the case may be, then I can say, tell him to whisper, because then it causes him to go, wait a minute, what am I doing with my voice and with my breath? Now, I also want to teach him to breathe on command. So it's perfect, because right now he's got his mouth closed, which doesn't mean he's stressed out, but he's not in a super relaxed body posture, because his food is sitting right here, and he knows I want him to do something for it, but he doesn't know what. So I'm waiting until he opens his mouth, and then I'm gonna click. Fine. Breathe. Breathe. Take a breath. Now, that was not a, relaxation sort of breath that he just took. He didn't really take a breath. He just licked his lips, but I clicked because he did anything with his mouth. So he'll get the picture that that's kind of what I wanted to do. So let's try again. Fred, breathe. Now this one I'm not going to click for the lip licking. Breathe. Oh, he's a good boy. I don't know if you saw that, but and again, I think he thinks that I want him to do the whispering thing. And I will work harder on differentiating between the two commands, but I'm just, they all fall under the same category, which I know I'm beating a dead horse, but same category, which is for him to just, yes, good. Now that time I didn't ask him to do it, but I think you could probably see in the video how he opened his mouth. Breathe. Breathe. Touch. Good. Breathe. I thought maybe that would reset him and he would open his mouth. He's thinking and he's concentrating, and that's why you can see the wheels turning. But that's also why his mouth is closed. So this is kind of an interesting exercise because it forces him to think about opening his mouth, think about taking a breath. And also, usually I'm trying to make it so that the cue is not only the word breathe, but so that I can take a breath and that he will follow that. Breathe. This is really tricky because, I'm talking, he's anticipating something. I have the camera on him. He's looking in my eyes, just searching, like, what is it that you want from me? And so I almost have to kind of wait for him to give up in a way, like in a meaning, give up on trying to figure it out and just kind of take a breath. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the food to where he can't see it, just because that makes maybe a little easier for him. Fred. Breathe. See, he's licking his lips more, and that's a little bit of a sign of anxiousness. I mean, it is a sign of anxiousness, but I wonder if he also is doing it because he was rewarded for it before. Probably not, but breathe. And now, I'm going to go ahead and click for that because that was amazing. He just did the relax thing. I don't know if you caught that happen quickly and then I clicked right away, but he put his head down and stopped his tail moving. So on some level, he knows that I'm asking the same thing of him, which is something in that whole category of relaxation. On some level. I'm not saying, he knows it cerebrally or analytically, but on some level. Breathe. And I know he's frustrated. I don't want to frustrate him. Good. Breathe. Yes! Good boy! He opened his mouth. I'm going to give him a big handful there. Good. He opened his mouth to do the whisper. You could see he, just opened his mouth just a little bit where he's trying. But, again, same concept. Eventually, though, I'm going to expect that he just open mouth starts breathing. And that's going to be the breathe command. Try again, Fred. Breathe. Yes! Good boy! My smart puppy. Now, I know what some people would say and what the debate people who don't believe in training with food or who don't actually believe that you can train a state of mind or, that you can train behavior but you can't necessarily train a state of mind. But I tend to disagree. I think you can combine the two, and I think this is just the start of teaching him something that it won't always require food. It's just during the learning process there's food involved because it reinforces that he's doing what I'm asking him to do, so it helps him understand what it is that I'm asking him to do. Okay, let's try one more time. Ready? Breathe. Attaboy. Breathe. Just look at the intelligence in those eyes. Okay. Breathe. Yes, she's my boy. And I'm gonna go ahead and, on that note, and just give him a big jackpot. So, there you have it. That's what Fred's up to today.